Tell me something. It's not enough you save lives around the clock at the hospital. You got to spend your downtime saving Liza from Adam?
Somebody's got to look out for her.
Why you?
Why not me?
Well, gee, Biff, I don't know. Maybe it's because of none of your business, is it? I mean, you did your fair share there at the fertility clinic, donating your precious bodily fluids and all, but that's about it, right? You're not really part of her life. I mean, that was the deal.
Yeah, that was the deal, but
right.
That has nothing to do with us. We're just friends.
Mm-hmm. And friends don't let friends marry sociopaths.
Yeah, something like that, sure.
Sure. Well, pal, the truth is, I hate the idea of Liza remarrying Adam every bit as much as you do.
Good.
But there's not a whole lot I can do about it, is there? I mean, if she's decided that's what she wants and that's what's going to make her happy, then I'm just going to have to suck it up and live with it. Why can't you?
Because.
Give me a reason.
I'll tell you why. Because Chandler's is a chunk of toxic waste, man.
Try again.
Yeah. He's hurt her before.
Yeah, he has. And the odds are he's going to hurt her again. But that's old news, isn't it? I mean, so is the fact that Adam's been chasing her all over Pine Valley till she finally let him catch her. What's new is your take on the situation, isn't it? Come on, be honest. Why the sudden urge to save Liza?
Gee, Tad, I don't know. Maybe because it's the right thing to do?
Really?
Yeah.
Up until now, you've been Dr. Live and Let Live. Now all of a sudden, you're running interference like it's fourth down last quarter and you got 2 seconds left on the clock.
When you and Dixie almost didn't get together, did Liza and I just write you guys off? No. No, we prevented you from making the worst decision of your life. Now it's our turn. We owe her. Let's bail her out of this thing.
Number one, if anybody owes Liza, it's me. If there's any karma to repay because of Dixie, it's mine, not yours. You're still a carefree bachelor without a worry in the world, remember? Number two, I've known her for a long time. She's my best friend. And I'm telling you from firsthand experience, nobody, not Tad Martin, not Jake Martin, and not Adam Chandler tells Liza Colby what to do. And number three, we both know this little crusade isn't about Liza or Adam, is it? It's about that baby. You're here because you're worried about that baby.
I called ahead for a personal shopper to help us pick out a few things for the baby. Oh, blessed it. I've done it again, haven't I? I've overstepped my bounds.
Adam.
No. You warned me. You asked me not to get myself too involved in your baby's life, and I'm way out of line bringing you here. Forgive me. I'll take you home.
No, I don't want to.
No, go ahead. Excoriate me. I deserve it for being so damn presumptuous.
Okay, you can stop using that kind of language around the baby. And you are presumptuous. Because you're presuming I'm upset, which I'm not in the least.
You don't seem too anxious to go in there.
Because I'm enjoying this look you have on your face. It's that look you had when we were pregnant before. You were like this little boy who couldn't wait till Christmas morning.
You've given me a tremendous gift. A second chance.
And I feel that way, too. I want you to be the father of this child, Adam. I already think of you that way.
Well, then I think we should go in there and buy everything in the whole damn store. I mean, the whole blessed store. This way.
Good morning. May I help you?
Yes. My fiancé and I would like to buy a few things for our baby.
Haley got to you. She told you that I would use her losing Max to get sole custody.
Is that the plan?
What would you do in my place, Mateo? Losing Max was my worst nightmare. I thank God that nothing bad happened to him. But if it had, how do you think I felt knowing that my little boy was lost in that awful storm?
How do you think I felt? You know, I pictured my son frozen in the snow. He can't even swim. You know, I thought he might have fallen to the ice at Miller's Pond. I mean, how cruel was that?
It was torture for both of us. which is why you should understand what I have to do.
But no one's forcing your hand.
Max could have died because she was too out of it to watch him. I'm not judging her. She's sick. She needs help. But she's not what my son needs. I have to choose what's best for Max. And sharing custody with her, it's just not an option.
Okay. Listen, if Haley's guilty, if she was careless with our son, and if she was drunk and irresponsible, then I agree with you. You know, you are doing what's best for Max.
Thank you.
But if she wasn't to blame for this, and it turns out that you somehow set this whole thing up, what's best for Max then?
Boy, that Peggy knows her way around a crumb bun, doesn't she? I'm gonna go get another.
Not so fast.
Almost made my getaway. All right. Let me have it.
You promised me. You stood there and you swore you wouldn't open your mouth. You swore you'd keep your lips zipped.
Yeah, I promised you. I heard what you said, but I thought what you said was wrong, so I did something different.
Wrong for whom?
For you, for Max, for Mateo, for everybody. Look, your husband's facing a custody fight here. He's going to be in court soon. He needs to know everything he can. So I gave him the who for, the what for, and the where for.
Yeah, well, that's not all you did.
Listen, if you're PO'd, you're entitled. But I ain't going to hang around with my chops hanging out while Raquel gets custody and you get nailed to the cross.
I can handle Raquel.
That's right. You can. You can handle any wild pitch that comes across the plate. You stepped up to the plate. It's wham, bam, thank you, man, out of the park. But not everybody bats 1,000%, 100% of the time. So if you ever need anybody to pinch hit for you, I'm your guy.
Mighty Trevor Dillon at bat, huh?
Hey, I know you're upset about me telling Mateo, but he's up there right now dragging the truth out of Raquel, and that truth is going to protect you and Max. So if you want to get angry at me and read me the riot act, go ahead. It's your call.
Thank you.
Anytime.
I don't know which is worse, Haley filling your head with lies or you believing them.
She doesn't lie.
Well, neither do I. You've known me forever, but you take Haley's word over mine. You know I would never use Max to hurt you.
Yeah. Just that I know Max. I know that he listens. He does what he's told. He would never just wander off on his own.
Oh, Haley must have told him it was okay. She's got no experience with children.
You know, it's such a long way from Wildwood to the park. And Max has never walked it. We've always driven there.
Well, he memorized the way. He's got a great sense of direction.
You telling me that he found his way home in the dark? Temperature below freezing with icy wind blowing in his face, all the familiar landmarks covered in snow?
Mateo, look, I honestly, I don't know how Max found his way home, but I just know that I prayed to the Blessed Virgin for a miracle. I wanted her to bring my son home safe, and my prayer was answered. So now it's my job to make sure that nothing like this ever happens again.
So it's your belief that Max has the skills to survive one of the worst snowstorms in the past 30 years, but we have to protect him from Haley? That's the way you feel? Well, if it is, I know you're gonna smear Haley to get back custody of Max. And if that's true, you better bet that I'm gonna do whatever possible to find out what happened.
Look, we're never gonna know exactly what happened.
Well, then tell me. If you don't, Raquel, I'm gonna have to ask Max.
Obviously, I'm worried about the baby. Adam is no father. Adam's a life sentence.
This is true.
I mean, look at his kids. Haley, Sky, Junior. Look how he's affected them. What about his ex-wives? Dixie, Erica, Brooke. You want to add Liza to the list?
All the women you named have one thing in common.
Yeah. They've been nuked by Adam.
Yeah. And they survived.
They survived because they learned how to fight back, Tad. They're adults. We're talking about a little baby here. Talking about being thrown to the wolves. Nobody would disagree with me on this.
Especially if they were the baby's natural father.
Oh. I promised Liza that my involvement in this whole situation would end when she can see.
Well, some promises are hard to keep. Others are downright impossible. It's good.
Well, not for me. I've lived up to my end of the bargain. I have no desire to be a daddy.
Jake, some things you don't just plan for, they kind of happen. Like that feeling you get in the pit of your stomach when you realize you're going to be a father. That kind of sneaks up and grabs you from behind.
I don't feel it. I have no connection.
No. I'm not surprised. Most guys don't feel very connected to a baby that hadn't even been born yet. And it must be harder for you doctors. I mean, think about it. You guys look at life through clinical terms. You're so damn detached all the time. It's not really a baby. It's an embryo or a fetus, an it. Then that it starts to grow and you get a gander at that sonogram, and all of a sudden you realize that little blob of cells has fingers and toes and a little heartbeat. And it's not so easy to stay detached, is it, Doc? Well, hey, why should that bother you, huh? The word daddy's not in your job description. Why should you care whether it's a boy or a girl? You're not going to be there to welcome the child into the world. You're not going to be there to count those fingers and toes, to be amazed, to be moved to tears by the little cooing sound she makes. Nobody's going to tell you that she's got your eyes or your smile. When she wants to take her first few steps, or learn to ride a bike, or go out on her first date, won't mean a damn thing to you, will it? I mean, as far as you're concerned, she's just a biological fact of life.
You can't ask Max to relive that nightmare. It was traumatizing enough.
Funny you say that, because, I was freaked out. Haley was freaked out, You even seemed to be upset.
I was worried out of my
But
mind.
Max didn't seem at all disturbed.
Mateo, the poor little thing was scared to death.
No, I've seen him scared to death, Raquel. The first night he stayed here. He woke up in the middle of the night, he didn't know where he was, he didn't know where you were. He cried his eyes out. But to spend a whole night alone, without his mom, without his dad, in a strange place, I don't know, it didn't seem to faze him at all.
When I found him at the hunting lodge, Max was a wreck. It took me forever to calm him down.
Well, all the more reason for me to talk to him, make sure everything's okay. Come to think of it, maybe we should have him see a child psychologist, you know? Work through the trauma.
Mateo, isn't it enough that Max is safe?
He's not gonna be safe. He's not gonna be safe until someone starts telling the truth. Okay, I'm gonna go get him then.
No, you can't.
Why? Why not?
Because he doesn't know the truth.
He doesn't know the truth. Well, then you better tell him. And me, right now.
I lied. I'll tell you what really happened, okay? But please, I'm begging you. Don't tell Max, because I'm his mother. He won't understand. So, what'd you think? Ooh, I still have the touch. Bye-bye. You know, I'm actually beginning to enjoy this. It's been nice getting to know you.